Welcome to Backyard Plinking. My name is Charles. I'll be your host as we go through and explore everything BB and pellet related, from air pistols to air rifles, targets, and ammo. Gee, it gets dark quick around here this time of year. Oh, eclipse thing. Yeah. Apparently, Chris Cornell and the guys from Skylar Garden were right. It's a black hole sun. Anyway, I had to interrupt our... Well, as soon as I can get enough daylight back from the 30-yard impact, it just kept trying to rain, and I got tired of bringing everything back. So, figured what I'd do is relocate so I'm closer to the door in case it starts trying to rain on me again, or it gets dark. And we're going to try the accuracy. Now, when I did impact, same one, we're using the Ruger 22 caliber right barrel. When we did the impact, we had several different, either alloy or lead that we were going through and we were testing. So figure what I do when we do the accuracy part, I picked two. And the reason I picked two is I picked two of the most common ones that you guys can go through and pick up off of the shelf, right? Period. Obviously the first one is going to be 14.3 grain destroyers from Crossman. So hollow point destroyer. These are the hollow points. So the other one are these little alloys. These are from Gammo. You can find these on the shelf in a package. They are what are these? 5.4 grains, and they are true alloy. These are the two that we're going to use every time when we do the accuracy test. Now, not really an issue for you guys. It is for me when I'm doing it, because of the fact that we have such a huge difference in weight. When I sight this thing in, as soon as I put it, like if I sight this thing in for the alloy, I put in the 14.3 grain, which is a much heavier round, it's going to be off. So what I'm going to have to be diligent in doing is, when I take 3 shots or 4 shots or however many I decide I'm going to do with one, I'm going to have to stop the camera. I'm going to have to go back through. I'm going to have to re-zero it for the heavier grain, and then vice versa when I go back into the lighter grain, because I'll be shooting way high. So but it'll be worth it. I'll enjoy doing it. You guys maybe will get some halfway decent information out of it. So we've got us a shoot and see target set up over there, and I'm going to see if I can. The first one we're going to do is going to be the 5.4 grain. So let me get it sighted in for this, and then I'm going to set the other camera up over there so you guys can see the shoot and see as it happens, and we'll go from there. Alright, so seems that somebody forgot to pick up more shoot and see targets. I wonder who that was. Got a little bit more daylight now. It's weird, huh? It just gets all dark, and then yeah. The eclipse. Yes, I got to see the one in the 70s. I'm good. So what I'm going to do is, we have actually put a optic on this thing. One of the 4x32 scopes, the one that comes with it. We are going to use the 14.3 grain hollow points first from Crossman. It's basic, standard, easy to get to stuff. 3, maybe 4 shots. I mean, it just kind of depends. This thing is a little weird. It likes to shoot a little right sometimes for no apparent reason. Got the second camera set up. right there. And apparently we're going squirrel hunting. Alright. Well, let's see. Now I want you to shoot way low again. No, this is even better. Love a good challenge. Let's just see what happens to the next shot. Alright. Well, if you're going to be consistent, be consistent. Let's do one more. You know, I might have fooled myself. He's jiggling. Actually, I didn't. Just to prove a point. I set this thing up originally, before I restarted the video, to shoot the 5.4 grain alloy. All the shots were consistently low because we were shooting the 14.3. Much heavier. Remember when I told you before it's going to be a little bit of a project? I got to readjust it every time. Now you can see why. At this close of a distance, I mean, it's enough to kind of make up, you know, once you kind of figure out what's going on, the further the distance, the more drastic the change is. That's the reason the accuracy thing with this is going to be weird. It's going to take a little while. Alright, well, let me change the target, reset everything, and we'll do the it's actually set up for, the 5.4 grain platinum. Poor squirrel. He's got a limp. Well, he was limping when he got here. Alright, so we're going to try the 5.4 grain. And these things will wander on you. I mean, don't, you know, it's not like being able to stack one on top of the other. I'm sure I'll get a comment. Oh no, I can put 3, 1, 2, 3, and this, that, and the other. Well, guess what? Get you a YouTube channel, set up 2 cameras, see if you can still do it. It never works on camera. Trust me. Okay. Test shot. Well, the hardest part about this is, see, that's the reason I hate using the optic, because I don't know if it changes. The other hard part is taking the shot, forcing yourself not to readjust. Alright. That one just went completely wild. This is going to be tougher than I thought. You guys have seen me shoot. Shot shot through a straw, for God's sakes. Can't hit a squirrel at that distance? Really? We might have to come up with a better plan. We might have to build us some kind of a rig. Got to go through and hand pick every one of these crazy things to make sure nothing's bent. Still, all in all, though, 3 shots kind of in there together. One wild one, test shot. I don't know. Maybe when we get a little bit more distance between the alloy and the lead, we can get something a little bit more consistent. See if I can figure out how to build a rig to put this thing in, so take me out of the equation. Maybe even try to figure out how to take the optic out of it and just use the fixed sight that's on here. This is fine, 15 yards will be fine, especially with the shoot and see targets. Kind of tell what's going on. 30 yards is going to be a challenge. See if I can put something together, because if I'm going to give you some information, I want to make sure I've done everything in my power to take all the funky out of it, so that you know what's what. Every individual is different. Every air rifle is different. Every single round that comes out of the can is different. That's why stuff like this is always so hard, at least in my mind. Well, we'll see what happens. But just so you'll know, over the past just recent few days, I had a birthday. Backyard Plinking's been on the air for a year and almost 1,200 subscribers. Pretty happy. Thank you guys very much. Either I'm doing something right or I'm doing it so bad it's like, you gotta see this. Either way, kind of happy about the whole situation. So, until next time, my name is Charles. This has been Backyard Plinking.
Everyone they seem to slay him, or so slay him.